It's not a lack of money, it's lack of recognition. You have to build relationships through trust, right?
If you can't add value, right, then what are you doing?
If you're an expert in any industry, you can be super successful and financially well off.
You did those things in order to make the experience memorable. All right, Nathan Mark here with another episode of the Selling Trust podcast. And tonight I have with me my beautiful wife, Vicky, and my beautiful friend, Roger.
Yes. Thank you.
And before we get going with the actual podcast itself, the discussion, we figured we were gonna have some fun. And one of our favorite things is cocktails. And my personal favorite thing is tiki drinks. So we're actually gonna make a very tiki-esque cocktail to riff on a classic.
In a fancy, what do you call this?
In a fancy coupe glass.
Coupe glass.
That's right. So it's like a Manhattan, but so this is actually called a Churchill, and it was invented in London a long time ago at a really fancy hotel. And it is supposed to be Scotch, because I know you're a Scotch guy.
Do you like that? Yeah.
I don't have any Scotch.
That's the Kentucky version of
Yes,
Scotch.
yes, exactly. So we're gonna do some bourbon, sweet vermouth, orange liqueur, and a little bit of lime juice.
Okay.
And away we go.
Let's do
So
it.
I'm gonna pass these down and everyone can pour and go, and then we're
You
gonna...
tell us the portion?
Yes, so we got 1.5 of the bourbon. There you go. I got you. And it is a...
Should I do my own measuring?
Yes.
I will try not to. I'll try not to round up.
You're a math
But,
guy, right?
you
I
know,
thought you were analyzing as we were going.
And I'm gonna position this measurement thing on top of my,
For spillage?
yeah, for spillage, just in case. But alas, no spillage. Oh, look at that.
Sweet.
Okay.
So we
Oh,
got...
this is fancy. So
Yeah.
1.5.
Yeah.
And the bottom is half.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Interesting. Why don't they
Alright.
just do one? Why would you
I
do
have.
it?
That's a good question.
I use this to measure. I use this top thing in my tumbler.
Oh, yeah.
This is
Totally.
one ounce,
Right?
something like that. Although my tumbler, I think it's 1.5 ounces.
All right, there's that here.
Thanks.
And once again, it's all just a ratio, right? As long as you get close and you're on,
Yeah.
it's all good.
All right.
So that's the sweet vermouth.
Sweet.
I don't even know how to pronounce that brand, but it's...
Antica Formula.
Yeah, it's really good.
Giuseppe Carpano.
It makes a killer Manhattan. All right, so we got the orange liqueur.
Oh, so Rod, if you substitute that bourbon with a Scotch, it's called a Rob Roy.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, Rob Roy.
Who's
Okay.
Rod Roy?
Probably some British dude. I don't know.
Rod and Churchill.
All right.
He was just Scottish instead of.
Whoops.
Oh, yeah, probably
Yeah, it sounds
some
like
Scottish dude.
Yeah.
We should ask ChatGPT.
All right, and then I think this is actually better, just a dash of the lime. A whole half of lime is a little too punchy.
Yeah, splash.
Thank you.
There we go, yes, a heavy-handed splash.
You got ice
All right,
cream?
yep, we got some ice in there. Load them up, shake them. Oh, that's some good technique, Roger. The over the head.
Yeah.
All right, when your hand hurts, you know it's good. All right, it's the right color. And look at that, it's the right quantity.
All right.
Sweet. All right, now for the real test. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
What's up, Bubba?
I can taste that orange liqueur. Pretty good.
And it's not offensive.
Not. Nay. All right. Pretty good.
Yeah. So what's interesting, right, is this, right? This experience doing something together really is a focus of mine
Okay.
when it comes to selling. Dealing with accounts, dealing with account management. We try and have different types of events. You and I have talked about this before, but really when it comes down to it, an event is anything that is special and memorable. that you would do with a client, right? It doesn't have to have a specific amount of headcount. An event could be you and one person, you going and getting them their favorite coffee, right? Or if they were like huge coffee connoisseur, you bring them a new type of coffee and you drink it with them. And what you're saying is that you care, right? You are interested in them. You're thinking about them.
Take interest in others' interest.
Yeah. But then the other part of it that's also usually really effective when you can work it in is education. And so us sitting down here and doing this together, you got to learn how to make a new drink.
Yeah.
You might like it, you might not,
You
right?
showed it to me. I don't think I remembered, but
Maybe I'll send you.
watch this
Maybe
video.
I'll send you a follow-up email.
Yeah. This is one and
Right.
a half.
Fortune is in the follow-up, Roger.
1.5 bourbon, half orange liqueur,
Yep.
half
Sweet vermouth
sweet vermouth,
And a splash.
and
of-
and
splash
a little
of-
splashy splash of.
and no bitters. No bitter.
But essentially, it's fun, it's interesting, it's memorable, right? It's something to do. It's just like we had our daughter's birthday party today, and one of the things, Vicky, that you strove to do was provide memorable pieces of entertainment to the guests. So that consisted of home-cooked food, a really nice spread, a piñata, which the kids loved. You bought a craft where the kids got to make little clay snowmen.
You want to build a snowman?
Yeah. Yeah, it was Frozen themed, so everybody made their own version of Olaf. But the point is like you did those things in order to make the experience memorable, right? And add to it and enhance it.
So your guests will come back the next time when you invite them.
Not only come back the next time, but also speak favorably
Throughout the year.
about the experience.
Until next time.
And that's when we're approaching clients. I was talking with someone the other day and they were talking about budget, right? I have to do this event for my clients and this is my budget. And I was like, whoa, like, first of all, you get to do this event for your client, right? Like, it's an honor for you to actually throw a party. And what's the purpose? What's
And-
the point?
For the numbers guys out there, you have to, instead of saying you have the pleasure of doing this party because the customer has given you the PO to grant you this budget to do the party
Yeah, in one way or another, yeah, this money's coming from somewhere.
from your customer.
And more than likely, it is from the customer. It's not from founders. Totally. Like, they're enabling this. So, to the point I was going to make is when someone's complaining about budget, it's like you're focused on the wrong thing. Obviously, we need to be fiscally responsible. But
Yeah.
at the same time, the whole purpose of throwing a party or doing an event or trying to make something memorable is to do just that. And so the budget needs to be the last discussion rather than the first discussion. It's like when I start doing party planning or event planning in my role, I plan the whole thing out, get a master budget, and then I'll pitch that to my boss. And if he's no, that's way too expensive, I have an idea of stuff that I can eliminate, start narrowing it
You know how
down.
to triage.
But I'm gonna ask for full send
Yeah.
because it's, hey, if we want this to be just,
And you have a history. You know how much a party costs.
Right.
and You know how much or what your clients and your friends and your customers
yeah, and
come
there's,
to
and the
expect.
more you do it, the nice
Or
thing
they-
is the more you do it, the more you entertain, the more you have an idea of like things that you can not skimp on, but
in my industry, we have this thing called a T&E budget, travel and entertainment.
yeah,
And the rule of thumb is that budget is 0.1% of revenue.
okay,
So
Yeah.
out of every $1,000 you make, you reinvest $1 into entertainment and traveling to see your customers
yeah.
to keep the relationship going.
And it-
One out of 1,000, but that's my industry. Different industries have different standards.
And for us, it's more like we just have to make a use case. We have to provide a rationale as to why we're doing something.
Yeah.
Hey, this is the client or this is the company, and we're going to do X, Y, and Z because either we're celebrating a win, we're trying to get to know them better, We're facilitating education,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. The education piece is really nice because we have a parent company, right? That is our manufacturer. And if we educate around their products, we can actually expense money back to them and they'll help cover some of that budget. So they got skin in the game. Well, there's a lot of different ways to like stretching a budget. But enough about me. You want to tell everyone who you are and what you do and what your industry is really quick, just so we can level set on that?
Oh, I'm Roger Liang. I'm in the semiconductor industry. My company, Nexperia, we sell semiconductors, commodity semiconductors to all types of applications, industrial, consumer, automotive.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what Roger's not telling you is that when we first met, he told me that he sold adhesives. And here I thought he was like the glue guy. And I was like, and then I know that he does fairly well for himself. And I was like, holy shit, how much money is in glue? And
That because
A
like
glue amount.
his son was our son's first his first best friend.
Yeah, we met through our kids.
Through-
yes,
That's-
yes,
that's
we
how that
did meet
happened,
through our
yeah,
kids,
yeah.
which is important because you never know where
That's
your
good reference.
yeah, you never know where your
That's why I'm bringing
connections
us back
It's
to
vetted.
you never
the context.
yeah, you never know where your connections are going to come from. But yeah, so I thought Roger sold glue, and
Wait, really? For 3 years?
I
thought you
seriously,
thought I
yeah,
sold
yeah, I
glue.
literally thought you sold glue.
Make jokes. That's why
Yeah.
sometimes it's harder to decipher
Yeah.
what was
Yeah.
real.
I sold you on the idea.
Yeah, yeah,
selling.
he is a top-notch
So by
sales
the way,
guy.
I know this guy at my customer, the guy in Cupertino. This guy is a adhesive expert. Okay, adhesive expert.
Okay, so semiconductor expert or actual
No,
adhesives?
literally a glue guy.
Oh, okay, he is a
Right,
glue guy.
guy.
Okay,
PhD in glue.
okay.
Adhesives. Long story short, his wife had some doubts about this guy's fidelity. So his wife asked me to take a look at their finances.
Okay,
And
interesting.
and just being an expert at adhesives, this guy was making a crap ton of money.
Okay,
But that's not the point. What I'm saying is, if you're an expert
believable.
in any industry, you can be super successful and financially well off.
okay, that's
Anyway, that's
no,
that's
but
a digression.
I like
Yeah.
the digression because what you're doing is you're actually proving a point of the Mark method, right? So the
Doesn't
very
matter what you sell.
no,
what
but
industry
like
you're
the
in.
very first M is mastery, right? So and that's mastery of your product, mastery of whatever you're talking about. What we're talking about right now is if you are at the top of your industry, if you know everything about a thing, you're gonna crush it. Right? You're gonna be the guy or the gal that everyone is trying to do business with because of the amount of value that you bring. So you got to actually like realize that someone's selling glue of all things.
And this guy is he's the glue guy at this account.
Sure. And he's making bank.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Like disgusting amounts of money.
I was disgusted.
You actually now want to sell glue.
And
Like-
what am I doing? I should have been a glue guy. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's important to know what you're talking about though, right? Like you can't help others unless you've educated yourself, which is so important because I work a lot with like young salespeople, and everyone is really gung-ho to go out and see clients. Oh, I want to see clients. I want to party with clients. I want to hang out. And I'm like, okay, cool, great. And talk about what?
Yeah. I think
If
the art-
you can't add value, right? Then
I
what are
think
you doing?
The people starting out, the archetype of a friendly salesperson is the life of the party, that type of people, right? I met some of your youngings,
Right.
and yeah, they are life of the party, very sociable, and they can read the room.
Yeah.
Very impressive for young people, and they never say anything to offend. But at the end, there has to be content. Right?
Yes.
They're gonna know what they're selling, why it's valuable to their customers.
That's my job.
And yeah, that's the boss's job, right? And then I think it's delegation of tasks, right? And your specialization as the senior person on the team is you can prioritize and you know where to focus your time on as a team, and then you send your youngings to where time deserve to be spent
Yes.
at the big potential accounts. and they can be your affable, social butterflies, and hopefully they do a good job listening.
Yes. And I like this because we're going down a lot of different paths right now. But it's something, I recently did a podcast not too long ago about seasonality, right? And this
Of your industry?
seasonality of individuals,
Career.
right?
Seasonality of
Your
a
career
person's
and
career?
life.
Like where
Yeah,
you're
and
at,
life.
where
Yeah.
you're at in life versus where you're at in your career and how the two interplay.
Are you talking about like every person's life or career have multiple seasons?
You're
Yeah.
one individual.
Yeah.
It goes up and down?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it's like,
So like life stage, I think, right?
totally,
Yeah.
totally,
And
100%.
just like your trajectory within your career, like you're a learner and then
Oh.
you become the expert and then you may or may not become the mentor.
Regress? You could
You-
regress?
They're-
Just co-
I'm
Hey.
regressing right now.
Hey, listen, that's a real thing though. Especially as you become a seasoned individual, if you don't have either the personal drive to continue learning or someone that's more senior than you that's willing to take you under their wing and provide that continued path forward, it can be really hard when you're 10, 15 years into something to continue really crushing it and learning and being like at the top of your game, because the resources that you had when you were like year 1 and year 2 aren't really the same.
time you have also.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the point being is like when you're young, and I'll say this till I pass out and turn blue in the face. When you're young, you have time. You don't have a lot of stuff, but you have time. And so it's like I benefited being in sales and being young and single because I threw myself into the work and I made the relationships. I went on the trips. I took people out. I was always available.
You're probably checking your phone first thing you wake up.
Constantly.
Thing when you
And not to say that it was like the healthiest thing ever, right? I lacked a certain amount of balance. Also, we don't need to talk about work-life balance because that's bullshit. We can get into that later. But when I was young, I decided to grind, which was really good because when I got married, and then I had my first kid, and then I had my second kid, these are all things that removed time from my plate. And I was lucky enough to have grace from my customers because they knew me, they knew my work ethic, they knew what I knew and how valuable I was to them. And so when I started not showing up the way I had shown up in the past, instead of just writing me off, they understood, oh, Nathan's life is changing.
yeah, you've deposited into this bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's a really important thing to have the young people coming in and coming into the organization, whether it's my organization or your organization, because you need people that have the time.
Sure. Yeah.
And then, but you also need the us's that have seen a lot of stuff and experienced a lot of stuff to express to the younger generation how to use their time effectively in order to set themselves up for success.
Yeah, that's diversity. Yeah, you got to have a diverse team, right? In terms of experience.
Yeah.
You got the youngings with the time, and then you have the old timers with the wisdom.
Yeah, the young ones are like the hands and
But-
feet.
but
so
you're-
I feel
yeah.
the
I mean,
nurses.
you and I,
yeah.
you're turning 40 this year.
I am.
Me too. So we're at the middle of our careers per se. We put in a good 15, 20 years, and we got another good 15, 20 years to go.
Easy.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're in the middle. If you talk about real wisdom, do you have 50, 60-year-olds on your team?
I do now.
Yeah?
For a long time, I didn't.
Yeah?
And that was problematic because me being quote unquote the old guy in the office was laughable.
Yeah.
Because here I am feeling like, my God, I still have so much to learn.
Yeah, who's your mentor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I didn't have one for a very long time. I'm fortunate now to have one again.
I got a mentor on my team, 66,
Awesome.
still working strong. And I asked him, he said, I'm healthy now. I don't even know how long I can work because I'm healthy.
And he likes it.
And truth be told, my company, we're trying to be efficient. And we know the guy's not working a lot of hours. And I had an honest conversation with him. And he says, yeah, because I know this account for 30 years. So it only takes me 20 hours a week to take care of them. if you hire any NCGs, new college grads, takes them 40, right? So let me do my 20, but then on top of that, if you need some help somewhere else, I'm more than willing.
Point me in the right direction
to help. So that's a good team player.
Yes.
You got a veteran who can be just as effective spending half the time at an account because he's known it for 30 years. At the same time, he's also willing to still keep busy on the other 20 hours of the week.
That's a really beautiful thing, because that veteran of yours is demonstrating internal and external relationship prowess. Not only are they badass with their customer, they know their customer, they know what they need, they know how to take care of them, like they got that dialed in.
Yeah.
But then they can turn around and look inside the company and see internal customers as needing help and being willing to tackle that as well.
And also, they're humble enough to ask, all right, hey, where do other people need help? How else can I help? Yeah.
They're moldable still, even when they're older, because I think that's the part that is lacking.
On the flip side,
right,
there have been a couple of other old timers who didn't have that team player mindset, and they're more whiny than like doer. They're more whiners than doers.
They've always done it, and they won't do it.
And guess what?
They won't change.
My company, any company, they would just lay them off.
Yes.
They say, "Oh, that's not how I used to do it."
And then they say, "Don't worry, then you don't need to do it anymore."
Yeah.
See ya.
We're not when you were at your peak.
So I think as a leader, right, of a sales team, Nathan, you just gotta have the right people and continue to hire on the right people and encourage people to be team players and move in the same direction. And the people who are no longer motivated or who no longer have the oomph, whatever you call it, send them off to do something that they will be passionate about.
So maybe. The interesting thing, like when you're saying that, is like a focus on relationship building has to be a core value of the culture.
Internal,
external. Sure.
Yeah, because we can have the smartest people on our teams, but if they can't interface with others and they can't support others externally, internally, like wherever, if they're the smartest person in the room, but that's all they bring to the table, then they're worthless. Because one, that knowledge and that prowess is it's a single consumable. It's for them and only for them and whoever they interact with, if they're interacting well with others. And you don't get the benefit, and this is something every company wants, you don't get the benefit of the seniority because the senior person isn't willing to talk or interface with the younger people and spread the knowledge. They're trying to like hold on to it and
that's no good.
And that's so really like that relationship focus becomes something that you want as a cultural pillar of whatever organization that you're in or whatever department that you're running and in charge of like forming, which is huge. It's like I keep talking about relationship building is the one thing that AI isn't going to replace.
Yeah, it'll take a while before AI gets there because you have to build relationships through trust, right? Through delivering on your promises.
Yes.
And the humans are really good at that. And humans are very good at remembering when other humans didn't deliver.
Yes. But also through shared experience. That's another foundation of like relationship building. If you were to meet someone that had a similar background and a similar work ethic, and maybe they went to the same college as you, right? Like you have all these similar experiences.
Wait a second. I'm wearing college.
Go Gators!
It's just one of those colleges.
For Roger, a little Florida shout out for Roger.
By the way, so when I went to Florida, it was ranked somewhere down there. I don't know, 50 or whatever public schools. Apparently, it's gotten a lot better since I left.
Wow. Since you left, you were making it, pulling it down.
Yeah. You were the anchor.
Yeah, I held it down. But anyway, go Gators. We won the National Basketball Championship last year. Still doing pretty well.
No big deal.
Yeah, it was stressful to cheer for your own team. But anyway, I digress. And relationship, yeah. So common roots definitely help set the stage. Both sides, I'm less likely to mess up. I put it this way, more positively. I'm more vetted to deliver, to come through for a person whom I have common roots with. The whole thing is to build relationship is, how do you do it? Identify more common grounds to begin with.
Yes. So
Did you go to Florida?
no, but
I know.
But what's interesting that we're having this talk, right? Is it's like, why do we get along?
I think okay.
No, because
Because
your background and your history is like completely different than mine.
Yeah,
right?
I'm an immigrant. Yeah.
But
What is it?
we've connected on our love of hosting and barbecue, and we both have 2 kids, and both of our sons are crazy.
Yeah.
And so there's things.
Also, I would say I realized we build relationships for a living.
Yes.
So also I was like, yeah, it's hard. So I empathize with you as soon as you told me that you're also in sales. Because the people that don't interact with salespeople, they will say, what's the point of sales? If everybody believed everybody else, everybody delivered to what they promised, why do you need sales?
Yep.
That's exactly it. Salespeople make sure promises are delivered.
Yes.
So I think that's the root of relationships. And it's not easy. And we do that for a living.
People are complex.
Yeah. So I have a lot of respect for other
Right.
salespeople.
And we haven't talked about what Vicky does, but Vicky is a doctor, and she'll be the first one to tell you people are complex. The amount that you, in many ways, are a salesperson for the hospital that you work at.
Yeah.
Because you are that human interface between patients, which are customers, and the medical staff,
Sure.
which you, in many ways, are the face of.
Sure. But I don't have as many grays, and I personally don't allow my patients to have as much customer. They can't just decide
Right,
to pick
right.
tests and
Yes,
stuff, and
correct,
I'm not going to do
correct,
it.
correct. Yeah, it's not necessarily.
Yeah, no, it's a different field, but it
It
still
is.
matters how they feel. For
Yeah,
sure,
and
yeah.
but that
And you tailor things towards the customer.
Yeah.
If they don't want to be super aggressive, we're not going to be super aggressive.
the affect is there though, right? Like your desire to provide good service, right? Your desire to solve problems, provide good service, create a great customer experience. Like
Sure.
all of that is
mine
very similar.
Mine mostly comes from empathy, right? For somebody on the worst day of their whole life, like seeing me in the emergency room. Yeah.
If I were to tell you about some of the things that I've experienced watching contractors go through,
yeah.
it's a very similar situation, right? Like having the empathy because someone is,
Yeah, no,
you know.
I mean, to Roger's point about like why, like people viewing sales as the middle guy. What's the purpose? Like you're the human glue for the thing, right? You are the empathy when things go wrong. You're like the customer, like soothing, and
Right.
you're the mediator between the two things.
Yes.
And could AI replace you? I don't think so, because it really is that personal touch where you provide the empathy for both sides, and you are the spokesperson for your company and providing that customer service that helps
Yeah.
the feelings and soothes, and AI can't do that really.
So the people who do it well are going to be irreplaceable. The people who don't do it well and are looking for cheap connection and quick fixes, those people are going to be replaceable.
Yeah, transactional business could be managed by AI.
Yes.
Long-term, strategic, probably not.
But you also made the point about trust being very critical to success of a salesman, and I think as long as AI is inanimate and has no blood flowing through it and has no soul,
But
I don't think you'll ever really trust
This
it.
is not a AI-centric podcast, right?
No.
Yeah. So
But it's
tangent.
it is a hot topic right now because it's like how it's shaping
On
our
a tangent,
future.
On a tangent, here's
Yeah.
the thing. Good salespeople have excellent reputation, right? I can see a future where a particular AI, not ChatGPT, but somebody builds an AI for relationship building. If let's call it trust GPT, whatever, right? If that AI, if that LLM has some excellent track records of building relationships, then it could attract new clients to build relationships. But that's down the road. I think in the next 5-10 years.
I think it's very far down the road.
Yeah, it's down the road. But for now, yeah, let's see what the AI world can come up with in applications. What I just learned this word a couple of days ago. It's called inferences. I know what inference means, but in the AI world, it's apparently the application of LLMs. Have you heard about this? Inferences?
Is this more of a self-taught, self-running AI? Like they're
No, it's the actual application of an LLM once you train it.
okay.
So whatever the 5 whatever version of ChatGPT, all the results of the question asks, or all the questions asked, what you can use the answers for,
Okay.
those are inferences. Like every time when ChatGPT answers a question, that's an inference.
Okay.
And what can you build next generation AI based on the inferences now? So based on the effective or the productivity of say OpenAI on what they can do with the inferences derived from the whatever version of the LLM today determines the improvements of the next iteration.
Sure.
Or the next
Yeah.
training. But maybe in a few waves, maybe in a few years, you have a trust AI bot. Like you can trust me to build relationships. That would be interesting. But until then,
It will. A lot of things are going to have to line up for that to happen.
For now, I rather trust the human
Yes.
on
Well,
coming through on something than AI.
and I like that we're talking about this because it brings it full circle. We started the conversation regarding like events and budgets and stuff like that. So bringing it back to that, AI can't party with you.
AI will be your finance guy, will be your bean counter.
Yeah,
So a deer-
I can have AI set up the party.
Yeah,
I can have AI contact the vendors.
yeah.
I can have AI plan the party. But you know what? AI can't throw the party.
And can't relate to the guests.
It can't.
On a human level.
No, it can't greet you at the door. It can't shake the hand. It can't fist bump you or do your special handshake that you and your homie have. Like, it can't do any of that. So as much as it is capable in what we're talking about to affect trust, relationships, building something that is intangible, it can't do that.
It could be an assistant for you for now.
Oh, 100%,
It
yes.
It could help you filter your emails or reminds you to send emails, something like that.
So when it comes to doing events on your end, what would you say are some of the most impactful things that your company does to actually affect business? Is it taking people out to lunch, taking them out to dinner, taking them to the factory?
Yeah, I think it's the best way to put it, Nathan, is to increase legitimacy. What I mean by that is you could send a corporate letterhead or a corporate letter saying, oh, my company is going to do this, and new products are coming, this and this. The way you get people to really believe in it is to show them in person.
Yes.
And part of it is through event. Like when you had your event, when you had the demos to show, that increases your legitimacy. Thank you. Hey, where are my cubes? Where are my ice cubes?
I got
Thanks.
you.
What else? I think people get antsy. People get a little paranoid
Sure.
when they don't see other people. And I think, thank you. And I think having face-to-face really help people reconnect, even the old friends, right? For example, not from work, I've been investing in real estate with this buddy of mine, but I like it less and less because I haven't seen the guy in years.
Sure.
I keep encouraging him, you can do it as a business write-off. Just invite me and the other investors of your real estate venture to Vegas. Because who doesn't like to go to Vegas? We'll go party. Right. We'll write it off as a business expense to this real estate LLC. But he's never done it.
Right.
So now, guess what? I want to get out of it.
Right.
I said, I'd rather invest on my own or somewhere else, because the whole reason why I put money in this guy lives in New York, so he's buying houses in New York. It's like the whole reason why me and a couple other friends invested with you is because we're friends and we know you.
Right.
But shit, I haven't seen you in 10 years now.
Yeah, it's a long time.
I know. So that
You feel used, I think.
what's the word? That trust is slowly eroding. And to give you a more concrete example.
So, not to cut you
Yeah.
off, but it's interesting, right? I have a whole like training course that I've built. It's called the Trust Accelerator. And one of the modules in there actually talks about the half-life of trust.
So you got to renew it once a year?
Yeah, not even once a year, but the longer it goes, it keeps diminishing.
Yeah.
The minute you leave tonight,
It starts to erode.
our trust half-life, the timer starts ticking.
Yeah.
But there's different things that affect it, right?
Yeah.
You and I, we don't have any massive like financial ventures.
No, we're not.
We're not-
That's
we're
why we're
not-
good friends.
we're
Just
not-
imagine if we're business partners, that would complicate our friendship.
But it shortens the half-life, right? We
And
have
that also shortens half-life.
we
yeah.
have a
Yeah.
pretty long half-life because we're friends and we don't have any major like critical things that tie us together. It's just a genuine enjoyment of one another.
Yeah.
So we have a long half-life. So I could see you probably for a significant amount of time and we could meet up and hey, like it would be like yesterday. Whereas if you don't have that, you see someone and they're like, what the hell, man? What's going on?
I think in business, right, if you have a customer with recurring POs every quarter, you better see them every quarter.
yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And ideally, you don't wait until they start questioning the relationship.
No.
Ideally, before that,
Yes.
you just fortify it with events and you keep winning with each other.
Yes.
And then you keep celebrate the wins.
And that's why I love going through this process of creating this kind of like event revenue series. It's the best way that I've been able to put a systematic approach to doing events together. And so there's 5 different events, but the ones that you're talking about where you're renewing trust and you're reaffirming trust with existing clients is like enhancing relationships, education, and then celebrating wins and partnerships.
I feel like that's part of the Mark method.
It's an offshoot.
Offshoot of the Mark method.
It's an offshoot.
Yeah.
But like really like the whole event series, right? Like this, once again, I call it like it's a relationship or an event revenue series because really you're doing these events to affect business done. Not in a sleazy, yucky kind of way, but really
don't be the sleazy guy.
yeah, you don't want to be that guy. But in a holistic way where you're understanding like I have to do this to affect that half-life. I have to do this because I trust this person. I want to continue doing business with them. I've already spent tons of time and energy and money like vetting them. They've vetted me. Like there's a lot of sunk costs in here. Not to say that's everything, but if it's going well, it's like why aren't we doing things to continue nurturing this?
By the way, have you trademarked that relationship half-life? Because if not, I think I'm going to start using it myself. Relationship half-life.
Remember to trademark relationship half-life.
No, that's
Chatbot.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. That's a very, very good phrase. Because as soon as you say that to anyone who values relationship,
They get it.
they get it.
Yes.
It means everything die off.
Yes.
So you have, in order to keep it alive, you got to maintain it.
Yes. And that act of showing up, being there, being present, educating. And so what do you do? Say a client of yours you land a big contract with them, and I don't know what big looks like in your industry.
Yeah.
For me, selling equipment, we're talking 1, 2, 3 million that's reason to celebrate.
Yeah,
Like,
similar in my industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you land a contract like that, what's the SOP for, okay, yeah, we got to close the contract, we got to execute the contract, like we got to, but then we need to make sure that we show recognition and we show gratitude.
So I think not just for my company, but my industry, we're bad at that. Meaning we do celebrate, but we don't celebrate with the customers. We celebrate internally. It's bad. Yeah.
A little Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. But the thing is, what the reality is, when you have a big win, that's a step response, right? So when you have a step response, you'll have a lot of growing pains with the customer. The customer will be, this always happens, they'll be pissed because
Oh yeah.
There's a big win, like, where are my products?
Yep.
Because it's a step response.
Big projects always
yeah,
cause
you
pain.
have some pains, right?
Yes.
So as we're winning, we're also going through growing pains with the customer. Like, we're jiving with each other. So it's bad timing to
No, but okay.
celebrate.
Okay, hold on. Okay. So let me rephrase or readjust the framework around this. Yeah, you got the PO.
Yeah,
You still have to execute.
yeah.
We're not gonna prematurely celebrate. I got the PO. Woo!
Yeah.
Let's all go to Fiji.
Yeah.
No, it's you have to execute on the project, and once the project or the order or whatever it is completed, and that has been done successfully, then it's okay. Thank you for doing business with me. Yes, we had growing pains, and yes, it was difficult.
Okay, so
and
put
then
it-
we got through it.
So put it in that perspective, then we celebrate at the normal cadence of events with the customer. For example, distribution, we do annually this thing called EDS in Vegas. And then we'll acknowledge what we've done in the past year and celebrate.
You actually is there like an event when you're at Vegas where you have a showroom and you bring people up and you're like, hey, so-and did this pinnacle project, and you're like acknowledging them in front of their peers?
That's a good question. We don't. The events that we do attend are industry-wide, and they're actually more customer-led than vendor-led.
Okay,
So we take them out to dinner
sure.
where we can, and we
Yeah, yeah,
celebrate at a regular occurrence, and then we'll just summarize what we did in the previous year. So if a win did happen a month before, we recognize, but there could be a win that happened 11 months before, and
Right.
sometimes we just forget, actually.
Totally.
So it's not the best. So that's something, when you say celebrate a win, that gets me thinking, how can I recognize it more? It's just like at our normal life. You have a party. You have a good time.
Yep.
I have this friend, they're really good at writing thank you notes
Bro.
later on.
Yes.
Like, I'm terrible at it.
Yes. Yes.
And they will be the host, and they will write thank you for coming. And or on the flip side,
Make
they're-
you feel like a shithead.
yeah, when they're attendee, they're like, great party, Roger, thank you. So bringing up, recognizing a win, recognizing an event, that is important. Matter of fact, looking back to my direct customers, yeah, I am in fault myself for not personally spending the time to recognize and appreciate the customers who gave me personally the chance to call and service them. Yeah.
The best part, though, is it truly is low-hanging fruit. In this whole like event series, you've essentially accomplished all of the first 4 events, right? You've gotten past that like cold call, that warm intro, like however you got them as a client, you got them as a client.
I do have a question for you.
Okay,
So everyone's journey is different, right?
totally.
My
Yes.
journey, this is an excuse, but my journey on why I don't have this habit of celebrating wins is my biggest customer in Cupertino, okay?
Wink.
Their rules and regulations says you, the person that works at this company
Yep.
at Cupertino, cannot fraternize with vendors. It's all based on merits. You cannot. If your vendor takes you out to lunch,
So
you
let
have
me
to pay for your
let
own
me
bill.
put it this way.
That's how it came up.
I hear that and I respect that. It's very similar. So like our company does work with government entities,
Okay.
okay? And there is a lot of rules around dealing with government entities. There's usually like specific dollar amounts that you have to keep things under, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, that's
right?
good because
Like-
I would have thought those government people are all corrupt. But
Yeah, one would think. But
yeah.
but the government does things to keep the government in check. Anyway,
Okay.
so in doing this though, what I've learned is there's still stuff that can be done to show gratitude.
Show gratitude.
And that's really like what this is all about. It's just saying thank you. And for example, if I do work with a government entity, I cannot take them to a ball game if the tickets are over a certain amount,
Okay.
because there's like a dollar threshold. You want to know what's constantly under the dollar threshold? A thank you card.
Oh, right.
If I literally just send a card that says thank you, maybe I put a $5 lotto scratcher in there to say, hey, woo, cool, have fun. I really appreciate your business. Like, thanks for working with me. I think more than anything, it's the thank you with no strings attached.
On that note, and then I gotta go
Yeah.
to the bathroom, not your house. Is also internally. I see your employees also appreciate that.
Yes. Yes.
And furthermore, your employees that leave you, it's not because they're making less money, or
It's usually recognition.
it's because of it's not a lack of money, it's lack of recognition.
Yes.
It's a lack of the perception of fairness and recognition.
Yes. Yes.
So it goes both ways.
Yeah.
So relationship building. Yeah.
It's huge.
Huge. Yeah.
Hey, dude. I appreciate it.
Oh, thanks.
I appreciate you taking the time
Yeah.
to talk about this.
Okay.
Honestly, I look forward to hearing from you about some of the stuff that you end up doing with events, especially thank you events. And if you,
That's homework.
if you
Okay.
end up implementing any of this stuff, I'd love to know like how it goes and what you end up doing, because I truly believe like it will add that much to what you're currently like trying to accomplish.
I'm just gonna delegate it to all the team members.
That's good. That's good.
Your next KPI is write the thank you notes and show me evidence of a return
You're
letter.
like Uncle Roger's hand hurts. You need to write
Write
these
a
letters.
thank you note
Yeah, I get
with your
that.
best penmanship. Good. All right.
Yeah, good homework.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Till next time, take it easy, you guys. Later.